Blade Runner 2049 is directed by Denis Villeneuve. It is the sequel to the 1982 classic by Ridley Scott, and it stars Ryan Gosling, Ana de Armas, Jared Leto, Harrison Ford, not really starring but still, and a whole bunch of other actors. And I've been anticipating this sequel for quite some time. I was not the biggest fan of Blade Runner before recently when I rewatched it, but knowing that Villeneuve was going to direct it, one of my favorite directors working right now after Sicario, Prisoners, Enemy, Arrival, Incendie, Polytechnique, he can do no wrong in my eyes. He's a wonderful director, and Blade Runner 2049 is... There are no words. There are really no words to describe such a film, because it's one of those movies that just makes you appreciate the medium even more, and it transcends it even. It becomes a piece of art, a true piece of art, and that is definitely thanks to the excellent director of photography Roger Deakins, as well as all the other people, the set designer, the art decorators, those who made the special effects, who built the sets. Everyone has made this film the borderline perfect piece of work that it is. And Roger Deakins, he's always been one of my favorites, and I can say it's everyone's favorite director of photography. Especially really love The Assassination of Jesse James by the cover Robert Ford because of the cinematography, and Skyfall was fantastic because of that even, I'd say. Especially that long take fight scene with the silhouettes. It's amazing. He's one of the best people working today in Hollywood, and wow, every single frame, every single shot of this film is a true painting. It is worth being put on everyone's walls, being shown in museums. It is that good. It is way too pretty even. I'd say that it's almost sensory overload. Every single shot, there's just so much to take in. You want them to last forever, to analyze them, to just stare at them. And some shots go on for a long time, don't get me wrong. 2 hours and 45 minutes. A lot of people are not going to like this movie because of that. And honestly, I don't even blame them. It's a long movie, it's a slow movie, it is not for everyone. Definitely, if you don't like slow moving films, I'd say maybe avoid this one, because even though I did find it incredibly engaging from the very beginning to the very end, it never let me go, never. It was gripping, truly gripping, and some people are not going to like that. It's a slow movie, it's not for everyone, but to me this was borderline perfect. The more I think about it, the more I'm loving it. Even the soundtrack is a perfect parallel for the film itself. It takes some of the motifs, some of the tracks from the original soundtrack by Vangelis, and Hans Zimmer and Benjamin Wallfisch. They don't improve upon it, because you can't improve such a soundtrack, okay? But they change it, they make it different, more fitting to this material, because this kind of ditches, in a good way, the noir atmosphere of the first one, and this becomes more of a quote-unquote real sci-fi film, in a way that it's just so unbelievably rich in the details, in the worlds, in the truly little details. There are some things that just make this feel like a really lived-in world. Aspects that were in the original Blade Runner, but it just expanded upon, and that's the theme about this. Everything is expanded upon, from the characters, to the themes, to the settings. This is not just the rainy, dark city of the original, it's not Los Angeles 2019. This is a whole new world, and there are so many different environments that are visited in this film. It's amazing, and every single actor does a fantastic job. I have no problems with anyone. Even Mackenzie Davis, an actress that I usually don't really like in films. I don't know why, but she just gets on my nerves, especially in Breathe In. Hated her in that. She kind of ruined the movie for me. But in this film she was fine, she was watchable, which is incredible props to the director. But everyone else, Ryan Gosling, he's carrying the entire movie on his shoulders, and he does an amazing job at that. It's one of his best performances. Is gradual discovery of humanity is fascinating to watch unfold. Ana de Armas as the girlfriend, she was... I liked her in a couple of other movies like Knock Knock by freaking Eli Roth, but here this is her breakout film. It's the movie that is going to make her a household name. They're even, well, not really household, but she has entered the stardom. She's going to be a big star, and here she is phenomenal, truly fantastic, as well as Sylvia Hoeks. She was a menacing presence in this film, very underrated performance. No one's talking about her, but I loved her. She was, wow. She showed a lot of humanity too, a lot of characters, both human and androids, are amazing in this film. Also Dave Bautista has a small role, some other actors as well. It's just... it was wonderful, and Harrison Ford actually cared this time around. He's not phoning it in like in other movies, and he's not just being a bit of a cocky asshole like in Star Wars The Force Awakens. Here he's giving a true performance, the best one since What Lies Beneath in 2000. It's been that long since he's made a good performance, but this one was fantastic, truly. And Jared Leto as well, he's redeemed himself. I always liked him. Suicide Squad, it was not his problem, it was more a problem of the direction and studio meddling, but I've always liked him as an actor, and here he's very good. Even though the character could have been improved a little bit, that's probably the only real negative I have with the film, which is just nitpicking, honestly nitpicking, because I cannot find flaws with this film. It's amazing. Special effects, cinematography, everything blends together so perfectly, and I did not feel the length of the movie. The only annoying part of it all, which is not related to the movie per se, was that a man was standing right next to me in the theater, and he checked his watch like 20 times and his phone 15 times. If you're not liking the movie, just leave, okay? Even though you spent your money, don't keep staring at your freaking phone and disturbing me, because I was loving this, not disturbing, bothering me, sorry, but I was so engaged in this film, and sometimes this shining light would appear. It made me so mad, but still it did not lessen the enjoyment of the film at all, and I don't want to say anything more because I don't want to risk spoiling anything. This was just everyone working on a project, doing the best they could, and achieving borderline perfection in my eyes. This is one of those movies that comes around every once in a while where literally I have no problems with it, and this might be my favorite film of the year. I was not expecting it. If you told me that, oh, your best film of the year might be a sci-fi film, I would have laughed at you. And I've seen plenty of good films at Venice Film Festival. I loved them. I loved this film as well, but there was just something about this. It was spellbinding. It's truly spellbinding, and I want to revisit it. Maybe I can even do my first ever spoiler review after this in a week or so. I don't know. I just really want to watch it again. I want to talk about this film. It was amazing. One of the best experiences I've had in a movie theater in a long time. So definitely go watch Blade Runner 2049 if you haven't already. And if you don't like slow movies, if you hate sequels for whatever reason, and if you think are going to hate this film, judge solely on the trailers and whatever, don't watch it, okay? Don't watch it, don't complain, don't go around the internet bullshitting everyone. If you watch it and don't like it, that's fine, but just don't be an ass about it. Respect the work that was put into this, because this is miles better than any bullshit Marvel movie or DC movie, Cinecomic, and saddens me that it's probably not going to make its money back. It really saddens me, but still, that's why we can't have good things nowadays. Jurassic World, $1 million, $1 billion even, and Blade Runner is struggling. Fuck. But still, guys, have you watched Blade Runner 2049? What do you think about it? Do you agree with me or disagree with me? Tell me in the comments below. Thanks guys for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.